Hi guys, Omar with Overlanding Just Cause, and I want to make a video on my setup. Now it's been a while since I've taken the trailer out, so I kind of want to go just over everything that I've had and little things that I've tweaked for this trip. This is the first trip of the year with the family now that it's getting warmer, so more to come from there. Let's start with what's pulling the trailer. That is my 2017 GX 460. You see it's a little different from the other GXs. I kind of like that. I've got this wrapped in Argenic satin gray, and as you can see, it has, I don't know if you could tell, it has been on the trail. There's some pinstriping there, but it protects the paint, so I'm good with that. You can see, I don't know if you can see the angles there. Anyway, inside, I haven't really done much to the front other than this Attach phone mount, which this thing is solid. The link will be in the description for that. Attach is a pretty cool company because they make them for every model. Just go on their website and check out, put your model and your year number. Back here, if you notice, my setup's a little different. I have the two captain chairs in the back with the premium package. However, I took that captain chair out and I put this black matting in to protect the carpet and everything underneath there. But I do have the two back seats, and I have my daughter all the way in the back. The dogs will go here, and then I also have the other seat that I keep down. So one dog here, one dog there. That's their little spot they lay down. And the reason why I have it set up like this is so when I take it solo camping, I lay the seat down. I have a platform that goes in this area here, and then it's all one level piece. And then this seat stays in, and this is where I put my fridge. The only other addition is right here. I've installed a USB and USB-C charger. I've got one on this side, on the other side, right there. That's worked out great for the kids. If you have a GX, you know there are no charging stations in the back, and it's kind of a pain. The only charging station is all the way in the front. So when the kids, long road trips, you know, iPads, phones, whatever, it just makes it a lot easier for them. And then the other thing that I installed back here is a 12 volts, and that is a constant. So actually they're all three constant. The one over here on this side, USB and USB-C, is also constant, and then that 12 volt up there is always constant. If you have any questions on where I plugged it in and how I did that, let me know. Yeah, I didn't make a video on it just because it was a lot of work. I had to take the third row seats out. I had to change, or I had to pull out all that plastic interior, drill holes, wiring, all that stuff. It was pretty much an all-day project, but worth it. I think it looks good. Now let's talk about the trailer. This is a 2021 outbound trailer. This is the T-Rex model. It's supposed to be their off-road model. I ordered the lock and roll hitch. The other thing that I've added to the GX is power coming from the battery underneath the chassis and all the way back, so that I can plug it in with Anderson plugs right there to charge the battery that's in the trailer. But that's the lock and roll hitch. Here's a new addition that I've done for this year. Instead of putting the trash bag in the back of the GX here, which I'm not liking it because it kind of hangs. It's hard on this window, I'm sure, with these thick straps. I've decided to put it here. This is where we cook. It's a nice little setup, only because at the end of the night when we go to bed, I just close this up, close the door, lock it up, and now it's out of sight, out of mind from any animals that want to get in. If we look inside, on this side over here, I have my 26-gallon water tank, which I never fill with 26 gallons. But for this trip, because I knew we were coming with another family, I filled it up as high as I could. And because of the trip, I probably lost a gallon. Just being in the mountains, the fluctuation of the pressure. I have a drain hose here that goes down to the bottom of the trailer. In the warmer months, this creates a lot of moisture, especially in the morning dew, right? It's always condensation coming down here. So what I've done is I got these water pads, pretty much like soaking pads, and I put it at the bottom, and then I put it on the wall side against the container here. When moisture comes down, now it's not seeping into the wood, the floorboard, or the wall. I've been having issues when this gets filled, right? Every morning, condensation. And then when I get home and I dump the rest of the water out or use it or whatever, and I take this out to let it air dry, this ends up being like damp. And I know a couple more years of that, if that, it won't last long. So, and then I have this condensation pad here, or this moisture pad here that I got. Again, in the summertime, the trailer gets very hot and it gets very, you know, humid inside. So hopefully this pad, we'll see how it does this summer. Here I have my water pump, so it's pressurized water. I just turn on the water switch, and as you can see, the hose is going to the back because that's where we're rinsing all the food and stuff. We're kind of rinsing it into the ditch back there. I have two organizers back here that pretty much, this carries all the dry food plus the propane tank in here. And then I just have like miscellaneous items that I might need. I have my diesel heater, which I'm not using for this trip. It was brought just in case. It's pretty much a waste of space right now because it's not that cold to need it. And even if I did use it, I need to hook it to the tire of the GX and run the hose to the tent. Well, the tent is all the way over here and I don't have a 40-foot hose. I have these two plastic containers here. The bottom one carried wood with some miscellaneous other stuff. Top one carried bedding. The wood is going to be all gone, so I have extra space. So at the end of the trip, with all the dirty sheets and, you know, sleeping bags and all that, I'll just stuff it in there to carry it back home. And then when I get back home, I'll wash it and kind of reorganize it the way it should be. The goal in having a trailer was to always be ready to go. So I have a busy schedule with work. My wife is a nurse, so she has a busy schedule at work as well. When we get 2-3 days off straight, we coordinate it, and a lot of times it's last minute. The trailer should be always ready to go. The only thing it's not prepped up with is food, and the fridge is back there. I'll show you guys that in a second. It'll literally be stop by the grocery store, get some food, snacks, dry food, stuff like that, pack it in, and we roll. This is our kitchen setup here. I have a Coleman grill, nothing too fancy. It's hooked up to that 5-gallon propane tank. I also have a wok that I would set up here, and then I have a dual setup that I hook up here, and then one line goes to the Coleman grill, the other line goes to the wok, if we're like cooking big meals or need multiple heating stoves. Moving to the back, here's my little switch gang panel right here. I have this one connected to the water tank. This is interior lights inside. The third one is the backlighting here. And then this fourth one is for the awning lights. And the awning lights, I have an app on my phone with this little box here that I can change the color, the dimness, and all that stuff. I don't have anything plugged into the last two. Back here, I try to keep everything organized, everything that we need. So as you can see, poop bags, little shit, cups and stuff, firewood, extra propane and stuff, dog stuff, plates, utensils, spices. And then I have an Apicool fridge. This Apicool is a 50-liter fridge and it's on an easy slide. This thing is awesome. I mean, this thing is pretty pricey, but if I were to do this all over again, I don't know if I would spend this kind of money. It works out. Usually, you know, we have it up here and that's where we keep it. But, you know, the kids, if they need to get in here and kind of check stuff out, they can lower it. I have a lot of food. We had two 18-count cartons of eggs. We just went through one for breakfast with the whole family. I have full-size milk, sausages. We have macaroni salad. It's endless. 50 liters is a lot for a family of 4. I think it's perfect for a family of 4, especially if you're gonna go on multiple days. And then let me show you the rest of the setup. So again, the OVS awning that protects us. It's been raining this whole weekend, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of drizzling right now, but last night it rained a lot. And when we're cooking, it protects us, right, from the rain and sun. I have my makeshift awning. I forgot the awning poles, so I had to kind of wrap it around tent poles, which, shout out to a buddy of mine at work. If he watches this video, he knows who I'm talking about. I've got a trucker's hitch right here. Look at how pretty this knot is. Anyway, yeah, trucker's hitch. Pretty fancy. If you don't know knots, just tie lots. That's what they say. So, uh, trucker's hitch, one of the 3 maybe knots that I know. You don't need to know a lot, but it's good to know a couple. So that's the rest of the setup here. I've got the dog blanket here, keeps the wood dry and all that stuff. Our 10-person Como top tent. I've got the fire pit here that I wasn't supposed to let the fire go out, but apparently I did. So I might get in trouble. Family's out taking a walk, the 2 families. So, except for me, because I wanted to do some recording. So I have the campsite to myself, peace and quiet, no kids running around, no dogs. All right, guys, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.